Alright, everybody, so welcome back. Last week, you all celebrated your triumph over the evil Yuan-Ti, the anathema avatar of one of their dark gods that you had slain, and after doing so, began your celebration with the Gripply. And the frog folk heaped favor and gifts upon all of you. A massive party was had. Jar of Pickles got enormously drunk and was having a great time as well. And the frog folk were so very pleased with your service to their city, to their people, that they offered to perform a ritual of thanks. And this ritual gave each one of you a special gift, as well as made you an honorary member of their tribe. This gift allowed you to speak in the Gripply tongue, to understand and speak it, a language that is vastly unknown. In fact, as far as the sages of Candlekeep would be concerned, this particular Gripply village may be the only place that speaks this language in all of Faerun. So, quite the gift they presented to you, and on top of that, one of you got a little bit of an extra added surprise on there as well. A nature spirit that had been following closely, it seems, and keeping an eye on one of your number, had finally revealed itself, and in so doing, drew out some dormant power in Uskar, bringing some of his innate magical potential out into the surface for all to see and for Uskar to use, should he choose. So yeah, after all of that, you all returned to Candlekeep with Jar of Pickles, and when you arrived back on the docks, were met once more by your friend Sprig. Sprig was very excited to see you all. Pickles, as per usual, was quite scarce, made himself a little scarce so people wouldn't see him. He didn't seem to be in any trouble, but that just seems to be Pickles' default assumption, is that he is in trouble somewhere. So Sprig was more interested in getting all of you back and resituated so that she could deliver a cake to a member of the Fastidious Five who just happened to be at Candlekeep at the time. Clotis was his name, and so as Sprig ran off to her quarters to get that cake for Clotis, leaving you all on the docks, that is where we're going to go ahead and pick up today. So, with all of you back in Candlekeep once more, without any specific direction, no mission, your exploits already reported to the higher-ups, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Is headed to the outfitters to get a not metal armor and not metal shield.
Alright. Fantastic. So you all would arrive through the main gatehouse, as you always do when you arrive by boat. The outfitters and clothiers would be more than happy to help you out with that, Uskar. As always, these kind of things are done free of charge for all of you. So, Uskar, what exactly are you trying to... I know you're replacing your armor. Are you simply replacing it with the same type of armor? Or are you looking for an upgrade? What are you doing?
Well, I'd like to get plate armor, is what I'd like.
Plate.
That's not metal.
Ironwood.
Yeah. Okay. So, Uskar, as you arrive at the outfitters, that is a very unique request. And while Candlekeep, the assistance you've all provided, and the reputation that you've all garnered as excellent, what's the word? Somebody who goes out and gets books for the library. I'm losing the word here.
Acquisition?
There you go. A group that has been wonderful with acquiring new books for the library. They're more than willing to work on something with this for you, Uskar, but it's going to take some time. Check back in a while with them. I'd say probably about maybe 3 or 4 days while they figure out the means of producing such plate armor.
And I would have to get a nice wooden shield. So
That they can do for you immediately.
woohoo!
Who's up for
And then
scoping the competition?
And then, well, on the way, we're going to do that. And then I'm also going to ask if I can trade in my wonderful Sword of Vengeance for a nice +1 battle axe.
So a straight trade for them then? Just the Sword of Vengeance for a +1 battle axe?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that should be a reasonable trade.
Perfect.
Anyone else resupplying weapons, armor, other such things? Again, the library has officially turned you all into honorary avowed. I think this is your first trip back since you've been elevated to that position, if not just your second. But yeah, you all have access to a lot more resources than you did the last time you spent a good amount of time here. Anyone else looking to get some new weapons or armor?
I know that there are 2 things that Nathaniel would like to attempt to do. One of them I'm not entirely sure about, so I will just kind of float it out to ask him. Given the fact that he is human and thus cannot see in the dark, he would like to figure out a way to attach a scroll tube with one of the little items he'd use continual flame on, and try to affix it where there's a reflective surface inside of there, so it'll actually shoot a beam of light outward for him to see with underneath his crossbow.
Why not just goggles with night vision?
Because there's some stuff like gelatinous cubes and things like that which night vision does not help as well with.
Okay.
There are times it's good to be able to see what color the stuff is.
All right, Nathaniel. So you're looking to construct essentially a lamp, a directional lamp that you can attach to your crossbow. Is that correct?
Pretty much. Essentially a magical and medieval version of one of those lights that folks can stick underneath a rifle or something.
Okay. All right. So the construction of something like that wouldn't really be limited to any sort of magical materials that you would need to find, as much as your own ingenuity and any help that you can get. So
yeah.
That being said, let's go ahead and get a check with your appropriate toolkit to start things off with.
I'd assume this one would probably just be the Tinker's tools, correct?
That seems accurate. And let's go ahead and get 2 checks for this. The first one is going to be an intelligence check, just to make sure that you can figure out how to do this.
Okay. Just an intelligence check on its own.
Just a straight intelligence check.
Okay.
You can do it.
Fantastic. All right. So, Nathaniel, after some tinkering, working in your workshop, things like that for a while, you are able to figure out the mechanical, just kind of like the blueprint, the groundwork for how you would construct this device. So that being said, go ahead and make that check with your Tinker's tools.
Okay, and I believe that'd be dexterity plus...
Out of curiosity, does anybody else have proficiency in a relevant tool that might be able to help Nathaniel out with this?
I have Smith, Steve's, and Leatherworker.
Fantastic. So if you would like to help Nathaniel with this, then we can give him advantage on this check.
I would.
Do you want me to do a dexterity check and then just add the proficiency to it afterwards? Because as Artificer, get to double that proficiency bonus on it. So it'll be a +6 on top of the roll.
Okay. Your character sheet doesn't give you the Tinker's Tools button to just click and roll from?
Let me check right quick.
Yeah.
Maybe it does, and I just don't know.
D&D Beyond does not give a button for tools. However, you can set it. What I do is you can create a custom skill and set it up to have all the appropriate things and just name it whatever you want. That's what I did on Valathon for his Steve's tools and stuff like that.
That's what that button does.
So I got a 14, and I can add 6 to that because I can double that +3 proficiency bonus.
So a 20 total?
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, Nathaniel. Yeah, absolutely. You are able to get that directional lantern or a bullseye lantern that you can affix to your crossbow. or to a helm. We'll with the 20, Nathaniel, we'll say that is a modular piece that you can put basically wherever you want to.
Okay.
And a fixable bullseye lantern.
And kind of what I'm doing is, since the last time we had downtime, I had used the continual flame spell on a few little clip things I could put places. I'm using one of them as the light source within it.
Okay.
That way I'm not having to worry about torches, oil, things of that nature.
Got it. Okay, so since we're just doing our individual things for everybody right now, we'll go ahead and move you all over to your extra dimensional mansion.
In my apologies, I just wanted to bring that up before I got to.
I can't see anything.
You're okay with.
Yeah, the bullseye lanterns are totally something. Bullseye lanterns can be purchased, but the idea of being able to affix it to things is pretty cool. You can use it hands-free. It's not going to impede you in any way. So yeah.
All right, Braille gets to find a room.
Right. It was originally going to be the garden, and I didn't really have to do anything. But...
Right.
All right. So.
Both Uskar's new connection with nature, maybe he needs a garden.
Nah. Uskar wants to be far away from it.
Alistair, I didn't know if you wanted the ritual circle to remain or not, so I just left it for now.
It's fine.
Okay.
Just summon more imps.
He doesn't sleep in that room anyway.
Right, sleeps in the bottle. Right? Alistair just needs a desk, doesn't even need a bed in there.
Oh, wait, there's a bed in here now.
My bottle is bigger than the room. Because it's a 20-foot radius and 60 feet tall.
Wow. Nice. All right, so anyone else looking to acquire, create, construct new gear, anything like that? We'll get into your personal research a little in a minute, but as far as gear, supplies, anything like that, anyone else looking to pick up anything else?
What do we all have for gold? Because I don't think I've been doing
Nothing. I've got 13 gold pieces left. Because we haven't gotten, other than the dragon, we hadn't gotten anything.
275 gold pieces.
Knowledge is your reward. Okay?
I've got 121 gold.
Right. I've got, according to my D&D Beyond sheet, I have 5.
Nice.
That sounds right.
Well, you should have had whatever your character had before you passed away, too.
That is accurate.
I don't remember what I had.
You made a new sheet for Rigel, right?
Yeah.
I think I've still got the other sheet, archived.
It's probably bad about keeping track of gold in that one too.
Rigel, you had 226 gold on this character.
Oh wow!
Rigel was rolling.
Look at me.
Boom. Oh.
Rigel, do you want to? It's at the very bottom of the journal if you want to check it out and make sure that there's nothing else that you need to transfer over before I re-archive it.
You and I are rich.
Oh, poor naive, innocent Rigel, back when he was still purple.
A little baby.
I was rich until I spent 300 gold pieces on the material component I need to summon Toot Toot.
That'll basically be one of the only things that you'll have to spend your gold on in Candlekeep, would be material components for spells and things like that, just because Candlekeep needs to be able to keep a supply of those. So the same general rule for material components for spells is you do need to either have the gold to cast the spell if it's a consumable, or the item itself if it is one of the ones that you can keep, like isn't the golden acorn for the wildfire druid something that you just keep after you've used it?
Yep.
Yeah, things like that.
Brayla has no money, but she did find a cool room with lots of weapons in it.
Ah, nice.
Wow.
Right? Nobody claimed the sparring room.
Okay, I've got to step away for just a minute.
Okay.
They did now.
All right. So go ahead and use the text option to drop any notes in there you want. I'll make some updates.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm gonna restock on some like just typical stuff like arrows.
Absolutely. Yep.
And that's all provided for free, I assume, right? So
Potions, any sort of like direct magic, like spell scrolls, spell components, things like that, you'll have to pay for, but they will be at a reduced price. We'll call it half price off of our fancy little magic item list, which I don't think I've linked into this chat yet because it hasn't been necessary. Let me grab it from Storm King real quick.
Can we requisition magic items?
For the downtime.
Right. We did mess around with that with downtime activities. There's checks to find it, money to put towards it, things like that. So we will use Xanathar's guide to requisitioning specific items.
Yeah.
Can Brayla pretend she's been here all along and ask for better armor?
Yeah, of course.
Sweet.
We'll work something out in there with Brayla's story, how maybe
He's definitely not above putting on a fake mustache and asking for it.
So I don't think it has been stated in this particular group yet, but this is our new master source for pricing any sort of magic. So if you're looking for prices on how much something should cost, this is going to be your baseline. Just pinned it. So Rigel, you're looking for potions?
Well, I was just gonna restock my arrows at first, and then, yeah, should probably have health potions, right? Yeah.
Okay. So potions are going to range in price. Just a standard healing potion is only going to cost you 25 gold. Again, we're going, for these potions, we're going half of the price listed on that document I just posted.
Okay.
If you want the better one, the potion of greater healing, it'll be 75 gold apiece.
Let's get 2 of the standards.
Okay.
$50.
Like, technically I can brew them with alchemist supplies, but at half cost it's going to be the same end cost result.
Oh, okay.
That'll be handy when you all are out on the road, though.
Yeah.
If we're stuck somewhere for a while, I could set up and actually have 1 or 2 brewing while we're doing other stuff, but
Do not see warhammers on this list.
Warhammers wouldn't be considered magic items, so they would just be in the player's handbook.
Right.
And you wouldn't have to purchase that, Brayla.
What if I wanted a +1? Because I've already got a regular old one.
What is everyone doing on weapons right now? Does everybody have magic items at this point? Magic weapons?
I don't use weapons.
Does everybody that uses weapons have a magic weapon, a +1 of some sort?
No.
I have both the Serpent's Fang longsword we picked up that had the added poison damage. I also have that +1 Morningstar that can convert down into a standard mace if anyone wants it.
Uskar just traded away his vengeance sword.
Right. Okay, everybody. So we just got to level 7. Your reputation here at Candlekeep is doing flawlessly. You haven't pissed anybody off, except for Dennis, the gardener, but that's another story.
What about Snape?
He's pissed off at everybody.
Does he remember we exist?
Kravis has... Well, you guys don't know what Kravis is up to right now.
Did you guys all level up already?
7. You all should be 7.
Oh. Okay.
Go for it, Rigel.
I will do that quickly while everyone's talking.
No worries. Unless somebody animates the bear rug or anything, you should be fine without a combat for a while.
Now we know what next week's going to be like.
We're a few levels away from animate objects.
So the point that I was getting to was, you all can go ahead and pick out 1 + 1 weapon.
Thank you.
Any weapon.
What if I already have one?
Well, then you're just special there, Uskar.
What if we don't want a +1 weapon?
What about Wait, we're out of the the warlock, or we're out of the pack +1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
For
that is
all
on the same
power?
level. So let me go ahead and. I'll tell you what.
He's trying to be nice, and you're making it harder on him.
Oh, I know he's trying to be nice. It's just I have absolutely no
Right, and there,
use
you
for
know,
a
that does
+1
make
weapon.
sense. And Candlekeep would definitely be the kind of place that would accommodate something like that. So, +1 weapons are found on Magic Item Table F. Who doesn't have a DMG or something that they can put in front of them? I can make some recommendations off of it. So basically, what I'm getting at here is you can either take a +1 weapon or any item off of Magic Item Table F, with the exception of anything from, we'll say, 85 and up. We won't be able to just give away because those are the really high value ones.
Magic item.
Magic
we're-
items.
Sorry, what page are we looking at? I'm sorry.
DMG page 146.
Is that in chapter 7?
Yes it is.
It's okay.
So we're gonna call it a cutoff at number 85. Oh wait, I don't. Yeah, we're gonna call it a cutoff at number 85 because that's when things start to get really powerful.
Okay, Rod of the Pack Keeper is number 47.
Is it a +1 or just a Rod of the Pack Keeper?
Yep, Rod of Pack Cappy. It's either +1, +2, or +3.
Okay, yeah, all right then. If it's on the same table with the +1 weapons, then that seems fair to me.
Okay, Wand of War
Awesome.
Mage is there too.
Wand of War Mage is always actually I've been giving Wand of the War Mage is definitely a reasonable item to match up with a +1 sword.
I need to find this thing. I don't have the book in front of me. Let me.
Don't need
Do
it.
I don't have the
Oh, that-
DMG guide.
Because you're a spellcaster now.
Yeah, look at
Are
that.
you? Have you joined?
I'm in.
one
Yeah.
of-
Yeah.
If you joined one of my D&D Beyond campaigns, you should have access to it under D&D
Really,
Beyond.
do you want to keep the weapon racks and everything in your room too?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I was supposed to have, or Uskar was supposed to have weapon racks.
Was he?
He was supposed to have a bunch of stuff.
You didn't leave any notes for me.
Oh, we did. Oh yeah, I did. Not in here, but in the chat.
Oh, in the
months
chat,
ago.
like 3 months ago when I was supposed to do this, you mean?
Yeah. There was supposed to be a rug. There was supposed to be armor and weapons and some other stuff.
How dare I?
I'm trying to figure out what else she wants in her room. Is mini fridge an option?
Okay, I want the. All right, I see magic items F, but it's only telling me specific things. Dagnabbit.
Really just short-circuited my brain with that because I'm playing that sci-fi campaign and somebody literally just asked if they could put a mini fridge in their ship and I said yeah, and so I was originally gonna be like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, wait a second.
Nice try.
Oh, thank you.
Vending machine.
Vending machine.
So you said we're stopping at 80.
85.
85. Okay. Instruments of the bards. Those things are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, they start to get really powerful, like winged boots. Like I'm not just giving away a fly speed here. No, thank you.
If
Yeah,
you wanted to
there's still some really good stuff in there.
Yeah,
money for those stuff.
Adamantine armor is on there for anyone that just wants to say no to crits forever.
Yeah, but it's not full
Pepper's
plate.
Lifer.
Yeah.
You realize I'm gonna pick on you forever now. Like that's just.
Gauntlets of ogre power.
Those are solid.
Ooh, I could get a cloak of protection.
That's actually a pretty dang cool thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or I could be smart and get boots of elven kind to counteract my heavy armor disadvantage.
Yeah, but who's here trying to be smart? It's not like this is a library or anything.
What is a sentinel shield?
That's a pretty sweet item as well. However, I can't really use it because I have that repulsion shield infusion going.
Yeah, this campaign is interesting because I've decided that a lot of the off book stuff is going to be specifically towards getting you all involved with the book stuff. So like
Yeah.
there's like the item distribution is interesting because these are meant to be done as individual one shots and everything. So it's not like it's not like we're slowly building up an inventory of items here like we would with a more traditional campaign.
Yeah. And there is also the fact that
Hey, out of curiosity, did we ever find out why the Fab Five was getting a cake?
Because Sprig loves them.
Yeah. I think I am going to go almost full tank here. I'm gonna grab a cloak of protection if that's okay.
Can't protect you from the flowers, man.
Uskar, you got rid of your sword of vengeance.
I
Traded it away?
did. For the +1 battle axe, yeah.
So remember, everyone, you can go through your items over here, and you all gave the in the group items section in your journal. Just a reminder.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take that cloak though. I think that out of all the stuff in there, that's the best useful thing for me.
I am also
Brayla is curious about the Orchest figurine.
Right,
We got rid of that.
I was gonna ask you guys did give that away to the
yeah, that is locked away.
Okay.
We were like, nope, out of that.
We had no desire to keep that one because dang.
But we did keep all the other cursed objects and got the curses removed.
the talking dolls.
Now, the stuff on this list is it one to everybody in the party, or
Sorry, Nathaniel. What was that?
on this table here on Magic Item Table F? Is it one item per person in the party, or just
yes.
Okay.
Big item.
You trying to give your steel defender a +1 sword or something?
I don't know if rules is written. If he
I don't think you can.
I don't think he has proficiency
in anything.
Has force powered rend.
And he's good deflecting one attack per turn. So
We get to take something off list F. Is that right?
Correct.
yeah, up to number 85.
I think I'm looking at the wrong thing.
It's page 146.
Harl put it in the chat. And
Put a link to it in the chat.
Convenient.
Oh.
Thank you.
It just told me to fuck off.
Yeah, sorry. You can create a placeholder character in that shared campaign that I've posted links to.
Cool. I will do that at some point.
Well, yes, I see you, Ruth.
I can get a headband of intellect and lower my intelligence.
Trust me, the headband of intellect was very tempting.
Be the ring of water walking and be Sam from campaign 2.
Hold on just 1 second, I'll be right
No problem.
back. The younger goblin, I think, needs to yell in her little walker.
Wee goblin.
Okay, everybody. So, who has officially decided on their item?
Uskar has
Okay, Uskar, we'll start with you. What'd you grab?
the cloak of protection. Just being boring.
item.
Brayla will take a deck of everything.
Is that on there?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what? No.
That would be awesome if it were.
The deck of illusions is though.
Okay, there's your cloak of protection.
Thank you.
Ooh, who's next? Who's officially decided on what they want?
I
Wand
took a
of War
rod of
Mage?
back.
Rod of the
Yeah.
Packkeeper and a Wand of the War Mage. Got it.
Yep.
Act Keeper's such a good weapon.
Oh yeah.
Go and Wand of the War Mage.
Oh.
Brooch of Shielding. Oh, that sounds neat.
Okay, so we've got 3 of our items. Who's next? Everyone else still thinking?
Brayla took a +1 Warhammer.
+1 Warhammer.
What about these bracers of archery? Is that applicable?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice for you.
Especially
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
yeah.
As long as it's on table F and before number 85.
I can't tell what the heck I'm looking at.
Oh, is it? It's
anyone
probably
else
it's
confirm
probably
that?
weird on the.
That's
Oh.
item 28 and 29, so you can take bracers of archery.
Perfect.
Yeah, while
Plus
wearing these
2 bonus to
bracers, you have
damage rolls.
proficiency. Yep. And just give you proficiency and stuff you already have proficiency in.
I do already have proficiency. Does that change?
Yeah.
What does that do? Nothing.
So nothing. I was gonna do. It'll give you +2 on your damage rolls.
Right,
with
that's it.
bows.
Which is still
Yeah.
Just
Which is
still
nice,
really
it's-
good.
Which between you and me, that's we're both got that +2 to damage. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
A
it's either
+1.
that or I could just take
A
like
plus-
a +1 rapier or something too. You know?
Or a +1 bow,
Longbow.
Yeah.
because that's +1 to hit and +1 damage. And that means you can hit things that only can be hit by magical stuff from range.
Yeah, that's actually.
Gonna go with that.
Yeah, do I fight more in close or
I think so.
range?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I personally prefer range, but it's you. You play different than I do.
Well, I've also got a lot of like, got like Zephyr Strike and a lot of
Zephyr Strike
abilities
works.
that allow me to.
Yeah.
Zephyr Strike's great though if you're playing range. Someone gets close, that just gives you a chance to run away.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Zephyr Strike works great from range.
Okay. Is there a longbow? Is anyone seeing a longbow that I'm not seeing?
It's
like,
in the. It's
better
just a
than
+1 weapon.
Yeah, 1 to 15 is just +1 weapon.
Okay. Alright,
Decisions,
let's
decisions.
I know.
Decision paralysis.
Let's take a +1 longbow then.
You got it.
Gotta figure out what I'm doing at this next level. Oh. Let's take a poll. Who wants me to take a level in Rogue?
Level in what?
Rogue.
We could always use,
Some
More
solid
druids.
proficiencies in Ranger and Rogue always go well together.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is never a downside for a ranger taking a level in rogue.
And Grave Cleric added to that.
Oh, would that be a third? Oh, that would be 3 classes. That's iffy.
Mad.
It is wild. Would be 3 classes.
But then you could use your vulnerability thing on your sneak attack.
Oh, fucking oof.
My vulnerability thing.
Yeah, but then
the
he
Grave
would need to take
Cleric.
a level in Fighter so he can action surge and do it all in one turn.
Now 2 levels in fighter.
Yeah, 2 levels in Fighter.
Oh my god.
It's
This
not
build
out of
is already getting
possibility.
crazy.
what
Getting
sort
a
of
little wacky.
combination are you making?
Someone who
kinda
died
fun.
came back.
Yeah, I'm totally just playing around with this character. It's like, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Okay, so it looks like we've got.
We need Carl and Hank to pick their items now.
You got his Rod of the Packkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Carl did, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Then it's
So
just
probably just me in that case. I'm
My
Tough
God.
decision for an artificer since he can just make so much of the stuff he wants.
Yeah, and that's a lot of it. It's like, well, do I want to snag something I'll eventually be able to make, or do I just want to take advantage of it now and do something different in the future?
Well,
I'm I don't think I can utilize thing. But I don't know if I'm gonna snag that or not.
There's going to be another session where I ask you all what you're researching and what kind of things you're going to be
I'm
looking into and searching through the
well,
library. So while we figure this out, just something to be thinking
I might
about.
just snag a wand of magic missiles in that case, just because sometimes
Yeah.
it's nice to have to break an enemy spellcaster's concentration.
Right? Wand of Magic Missiles is a solid choice.
Like I got with initiative, I have one use of that spell, but having a couple extras just in case. So add that over here on this one.
what are those gauntlets, Adso?
Oh, I was trying to click on the show the archery gauntlets on
Oh.
VTT, but then it just showed the picture.
It's a pretty picture.
MK, do you have a second level in Grave Cleric yet?
Nope.
Do that,
Yeah.
because then
Why?
you get your channel divinity.
The Great Cleric's Channel Divinity is the class.
Really? Is it that good?
Yeah.
I just posted it on the chat.
Curse.
Path to the Grave it is the class. Like
Oh, vulnerability. That is
Yep.
quite good.
double
Instant
damage on the
double
next
damage.
attack that gets done to it. In my
Okay, let's.
Zypher, you were in the Tomb of Annihilation game where I was playing the Grave Cleric, and just with a if there's a heavy damage dealer in the party, having a second level Path to the Grave second level Grave Cleric can just insane amounts of damage output.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
with a paladin in the group who can smite.
Smite.
Oh,
my
that's
God.
true.
Oh my god.
With the new Tasha rules, you can get.
Right.
Can you get your divinity back faster with the new Tasha rules, or no?
Yeah,
No,
because you get him back. You get him back on a short rest now, don't you?
Oh, do
Next
you?
time you or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage. So, oh god, a paladin hitting that with smite would just be insane.
That or a rogue that crits.
Yep, a rogue that crits with sneak attack, an assassin rogue. There's just so much.
Yeah, I guess I always figured I would take that second level eventually, but there's so much good stuff scattered around that I'm looking to pick up, and figured I'm gonna go main ranger, but I have like 4 levels to play with, right?
Yeah,
If I'm gonna
yeah.
sacrifice an ASI, then I'll just play around. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Cleric level 2.
Path to the Grave.
I do have smite.
I still can't believe my character freaking got eaten by a T-Rex on like what, the 5th session was it?
Oh no!
We cut him out of his. Do we cut you out of the belly though? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of T-Rexes, that's what I'm gonna try and study.
For polymorph.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just go into the zoology section.
That and giant ape.
So now we need a saddle for a T-Rex.
Oh, nice.
So if we're doing a T-Rex, a giant ape, I just need to make some sort of mechanized T-Rex so we can reenact the Godzilla versus Kong movie.
I married you. Okay.
Good stuff, everybody. Okay, so now that you have all gotten your rewards for your services to Candlekeep, this will basically have just been you're all wandering around, getting back to home eventually. Now that you're settled back in, what do y'all want to do? Is there anything that you all would like to do before you get to your private research?
Aren't we gonna go?
Talk
quote
with
unquote-
one bad member of the fastidious five, I thought.
Scope them out. See if they're really dickbags.
Get some cake?
Steal their cake.
I will be going in as Alizorax. I don't care if all I do is talk with this person, small talk. I need to talk with him for 1 minute. Or her.
Who?
Whoever the member of the Fabulous
Okay, cool.
Five that's...
There
Basically, I
are
wanna
two
be
members. There are two members
two
currently in the
members?
library.
Okay. Well,
You have heard the
Sometime when I
names
know-
Andrea and Clotis.
so at some point when they are at the tavern, I will go and converse with them. Nothing serious. Not trying to extract information, just small talk and, you know, how wonderful they are and it's wonderful what great things they're doing for the library. I am learning their faces, their mannerisms, their voice.
So, Alistair, are you informing the party that you're going off to do this before you go, or are you
Oh,
just going to kind of...
absolutely.
Okay, so Alzorex, you're going in before everyone else to meet the two members of the Fastidious Five? They are currently at the hearth. Everyone would know where they are. It wouldn't take long for you to ask around and find out where they are.
I mean, I don't care if I'm alone or if everybody else goes. Just that's one of the things that I'm wanting to do while during our downtime, other than my research.
Fantastic. Okay, everyone. So, are you accompanying Alizorax, or is he going by himself right now?
I'd accompany him.
Okay, fantastic.
I'd go with.
I'll go with.
Yeah, I think so.
Rigel's skulking about doing his own thing.
Okay. All right, Rigel, we will come back to you. Skulking about like elsewhere in the castle type thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got other things he's got to think about.
Okay, Rigel, we'll come back to you and see what you're up to, gloomy boy.
Mm-hmm.
he just needs the
Outing in the corner, listening to.
The long bangs.
yeah, the long bang swish.
Yeah. My Bloody Valentine is playing. heavily.
I was in a screamo band in my early 20s, and I actually had that haircut, like unironically.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could
You said
see
it
that
was-
too.
Yeah, you did.
Andrea, you said was one name?
Andrea, and Clotis. So,
Lotus.
as you all make your way over to the hearth, it is crowded, lively, midday. There are plenty of people around. And making your way in, you can see a halfling and a dragonborn at a table with another halfling. Those of you that are familiar with the library and its inhabitants, Adso and Rigel, you would Rigel. I don't know how. Well, Rigel's not there, so Adso at least would be able to recognize one of the halflings there as Feminor Scrivenbank. He is one of the master sages of Candlekeep, and he is the current expert on folklore. And he is the current great reader in charge of history, folklore, and the cultures of Toro. He is seated at the table with a lady halfling. She has a book up, and she looks up and speaks to the great reader every now and then while writing in her book. And sitting next to her is a massive 8-foot tall, extremely powerfully built. He's as wide as a house, wearing resplendent armor with insignia of Ogma on it, a very large golden dragonborn. And he is holding a book. It is a regular-sized book, but in his hand it might as well be like a little tiny mini pamphlet. And you see him with a pen, and every now and then he looks up towards the two halflings, makes some scribbles, and then looks back down. You all would be able to deduce that the large dragonborn is Clotis, the halfling woman is Andrea, and the other halfling man is that great reader.
Okay.
8 feet tall, you said?
8 feet tall dragonborn.
Yep, he's off the list.
Well, the halflings.
How tall is Andrea?
Andrea? She is a halfling, so she's only about 3 foot, 3.5 foot. Probably closer to 4 foot.
She's up the list. She's up the list too.
Aw.
Oh, I didn't even. That was not intentional. I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine.
Can't
I wasn't sure if I was ever going to use them, but I was hoping to get at least one Fab 5 member
Right.
in my
If it helps, the other 3 members are all of appropriate stature for you, Alistair.
It's just these two in particular.
Amy is as small as I can go, and my half orc and hobgoblin personas are as big as I can go.
So, what are y'all doing? You see them at the table across the bar. There's this relatively decent group of people surrounding them. You can tell that they're all trying, like every now and then they're looking over at them, but they're all trying not to be rude or anything, trying to stay out of their way, not crowding up on them or anything like that.
How scary does the dragonborn look?
Make an insight check.
Not as scary as our dragonborn.
Super glad I stayed behind.
And so, while you're watching, you can see that as he's looking up and looking back at his little notepad, he looks up and he's looking, kind of scanning across the entire bar, or the entire tavern, looking around. And he stops and he starts scribbling again, and the half-elf Avowed that is across the way that Clotis was just looking at looks up and catches Clotis's eye. Clotis shrinks down into his book and tries to put it over his face and keeps writing in it. He is huge, but he seems almost timid.
Aw, he's a gentle giant. Let's gang up on him.
So what are you all doing right now? Are you all just like kind of standing near the entrance of the bar? Have you dispersed? What's going on here?
Who wants to sidle on next to the conversation that's going on with the...
Yeah, there's a table. It's a table close by.
Or can we just invite ourselves into their table?
That's kind of what I was thinking Rayla would do. Just go sit with them.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, get a tray of drinks and...
Just be like, hey, can we sit here? We got drinks?
Okay.
I'm not asking permission. I'm just gonna go sit with them.
Uskar's at the bar ordering a cigar and ale. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna get around for the table over there.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Rayla's broke AF, so she's just gonna sit there and act like she belongs there.
Okay. So
Some money.
Brayla would be the first one to approach the table then?
Yep.
From what it sounds like,
On
yeah.
our own.
Into the table, get the great one.
So as you're approaching,
See the chair?
Andrea would look up towards you, and she says, "Oh, hello. Would you like to take a seat?"
Well, I've sort of already taken it, so yes.
Oh, well, of course. What can I help you with?
Not looking for help particularly, just sitting down.
Well, enjoy yourself. And she kind of looks back over towards the Great Reader, and the other halfling at the table looks over and she says, Andrea, this is Sir Brayla. She is one of the newest additions to one of our new adventuring parties. I don't believe they have a name yet, but you've most likely heard of them. They travel with the Dragonborn, and the one that likes to change into the old man and the little girl. And as they're saying that, Clovis looks up, and his eyes get wide. He's like, no, you really are? Oh, and he gets up so fast that the table, like, slams up, and his chair tips over behind him, and he sticks out his massive gauntleted hand. He's like, it's so wonderful to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Who do you say that to?
You.
Thanks. I'm gonna shake his hand because I think this is somehow a trick.
Oh, your exploits have become quite renowned. Is it true? Is it true, your most recent exploit, that you've destroyed an anathema?
Yes.
By the gods! And
just a big snake.
Brayla, as he's saying all this, his book is out on the table, and you can see that he was doing a very, very intricate portrait of his entire view of the hearth. It's quite well done.
Oh,
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's
quite the illustrator.
I'm gonna point it out and tell him that I think that's beautiful. That's really well done.
Oh, thank you. It's not finished, and he grabs it up off the table and he says, "Oh."
Aww.
At this point, Andrea would look over towards you and she says, "He's the illustrator for my books. He is quite talented."
I can see that. What sort of books do you write?
As well, mostly histories. Mostly histories in service of Ogma. Not anything too fantastic. Mostly just records of our adventures out in the world.
Well, that's not nothing. That's pretty awesome.
Well, thank you very much. Brayla, Clovis scoots over a plate with a very large piece of cake on it over to you.
Oh, score! Thank you.
Yes, yes. Sprig brought it to me. I'm not too much for sweets myself, but it is quite delicious.
So does Andrea follow Ogma? Like, is she a cleric or is she another paladin?
She is wearing clerical vestments.
Cool.
Clovis and his huge Ogma branded shield and warhammer would label him as a paladin.
Sweet.
I assumed.
So, Brayla, as you were conversing with Andrea, she would ask if you would tell her about some of the things that you've done. She would love to take a recording down and maybe add some of your own adventures to her books. Her books aren't necessarily specific to the Fastidious Five, more the adventures of those who serve Candlekeep.
That would be amazing. I bet the rest of the group would also enjoy that. Especially since they've gone on way more adventures than me.
So where are the rest of y'all?
I guess at this point, do we come in with a round of drinks for the whole table?
I mean, they're not getting cake because I got it.
I'm just kind of hanging out at the bar with a drink is what I'm doing.
Okay, sitting down at the bar with a drink.
Okay.
So that would mean okay, so Uskar and
Alazorax.
Okay. I'm sorry, so
sorry.
Uskar and Nathaniel are at the bar with the drink.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And Adso and Alistair approach Brayla, the Great Reader, and the two members of Fastidious Five.
Okay. Just be like, hey, we heard there was a celebration. We brought you some drinks.
Clovis freezes. I didn't expect to meet so many of you at once. This is truly a great honor. I'm very happy to meet all of you.
We should be happy to meet you. Yeah. Like, this is the first time we get to see the fabled Fastidious 5 in the flesh.
Oh, Fable. Oh.
Well, Sprig seems quite fond of you.
Sprig is
Good taste.
truly wonderful, she is. Have you seen... The little bag of cookies is quite astounding. I don't understand how she keeps so many in there. Even the dimensions of the extra-dimensional space inside, seems she has an unlimited amount in there. I can't imagine that she's simply making them and refilling them every... He goes on like that for a good couple minutes.
How's Andrea reacting to us?
Well,
Andrea...
a decanter of endless water. Surely a bag of endless cookies is not beyond one of the avowed.
A truly wondrous innovation on her part. Andrea is she's got a knowing little smile on her face, and she's kind of looking around towards all of you. And once Clotis is done, she would say, "Well, thank you all very much for the drinks. It is truly wonderful to meet all of you. We have been hearing so much about you."
And same, we've been hearing so much about you.
Yes. Well, it kind of gets that way when you're the only outbound adventuring party in the place for so long. Your reputation is quickly coming to meet our own, from what I understand.
Oh.
Surely not.
At that point, Feminor, the other halfling, the Great Reader, would be like, "Oh, well, yes, your reputations are certainly well deserved, all of you here. I was simply relaying some of our more obscure folklore to Andrea here. Apparently, they were just at a mission over in Neverwinter. They met somebody. Didn't you, Andrea? Somebody that's familiar to these folk." And Andrea says, yes. What was his name? From Neverwinter. Burly fellow. Good with a bow.
Kendrick.
Kendrick! Yes, he spoke so highly of you. Fantastic. Yes, we were there dealing with something, a bit of a deep problem, if you understand. Have any of you been to Neverwinter recently?
Not in a very long time.
Well,
I'm from Waterdeep originally. Well, sort of.
Last port.
Oh, the chasm. The chasm to the Underdark. I'm sure you all are familiar with it.
I've heard of it.
Well, there was some less than friendly things coming up and out of there, so we had to go and deal with that. And while we were there, one of our contacts got us in touch with Kendrick, who spoke very highly of all of you.
We lended him a hand a few weeks ago, I guess, or months.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is hard to tell. Probably would have been about a month and a half ago at this point.
Oh, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Oh, that was before you spent your whole month downtime here, so it's been about 2.5 months.
Yeah. So I'm going to see how much I can freak out Clotis, because I'm going to telepathically speak to him and let him know that if he wants to be able to sketch the anathema, I can provide a mental image for him.
Oh.
So, as you begin saying that into your mind, and to his mind, Alistair, he looks over towards you, and there's no shock or surprise. He doesn't jump or anything like that. Just, he hears a voice in his mind, and you see him kind of stop to listen to it for a moment, and then he immediately looks over towards you, Alistair, and he says, back into your mind, "That would be quite wonderful. Thank you so much. It would be... I have never seen one of the Yuan-Ti avatars with my own eyes before. It would be wonderful if you could send me the imagery."
At a quieter time, perhaps, but yes, absolutely.
It would be greatly appreciated.
Brayla might point out to Cletus that we've got a gloomy dragonborn of our own. If you ever, you might want to. He might feel a little better if someone spoke to him.
I have heard of your friend, Rigel. I've heard. I am very, very sorry for what happened to him.
He's going through some stuff.
Tragedy
he could use
of the tale
another
has reached my
dragonborn.
ears.
Yes, he could use a friend.
Talk to. Yeah, a good model. A good upstanding Dragonborn model.
I feel like a paladin is really up his alley.
He is a true. Rigel is a true hero.
As much I have heard. As much I have, and you can see that the starstruckness is starting to fade from Clovis a bit, starting to relax a little bit more. You see him, he's picked his book back up, and you see him every now and then glancing up towards all of you as you sit around the table, very clearly adding you all to his drawing.
Okay. Where's the rest of the Festides 5?
Andrea would answer, and she would say, well, when we arrive back here in Candlekeep, most of us don't really stick around. Clovis and I, being the devout servants of Ogma that we are, generally spend most of our downtime here in the library, continuing our research, continuing our own personal works, our books detailing the exploits of the Five, and so on. But, let's see. There's Craster. That old knobber is probably on his way towards the Sea of Falling Stars at this time. There's a conclave of monks there that he's been oddly interested in.
Sea of Falling Stars?
Indeed.
South of Cormier. West of Thay.
And then there's Destrus. Destrus, that man. You see an obvious look of just annoyance cross over her face as she mentions the name Distress.
Is she in distress?
She says Destress, but the second time she says it, it comes out very much as distress. And
my wires.
he can surely be found in whatever deep, dark, dank gambling den he can find. If there are ladies of the night present, if there are drinks to be had. She kind of shakes her head. He's likely in the underwide of Baldur's Gate at the moment. And
So
Joe.
you guys split up. You really, really split up.
Well, for the most part, yeah. We all have our own lives to lead, our own interests to pursue. Joe, last I heard, Joe was on his way into the Wood of Sharp Teeth to hunt his quota, I believe is how he put it.
What does that mean?
That could be a
I
prickly
didn't ask.
situation.
He simply exists that when he goes on these hunts, he goes alone, so we don't press too deeply. We've only had to go and pull him out of the woods once, and he's usually pretty good about letting us know when he's in over his head.
What does he usually hunt?
Well, the last time he went up to Icewind Dale and came back with... I think it was a Yeti?
Well then.
Not a whole lot left of it.
I hear their pelts make excellent cloaks.
So yeah, at some point during this conversation, the Great Reader would get up from his seat and say, well, I have much work to return to. I'm afraid that I must depart. It was wonderful speaking with all of you, and it's great that you all finally got the opportunity to meet. Farewell.
It's a pleasure sharing a drink with you.
So yeah, just as a quick recap, the Great Readers, the structure of Candlekeep's, I guess, hierarchy would be the Keeper of Tomes. He is the highest ranking avowed and governor of Candlekeep. You all have not even heard this person's name spoken very often before. His name is Janusi.
Why did I think Flattergast was...
Yeah, he was like
I don't know. I've never
Dumbledore.
introduced Flattergast as anything more than a Great Reader.
Oh,
You
okay,
have
I'm
not.
sorry.
I think it's just because his name is very similar to Dumbledore.
Right. And then...
And the fact that other great readers have given him deference probably played into that a little.
Mm-hmm. So then you have the First Reader, who is in charge of acquiring unique works. I don't have his name right now. Oh, he is a dragonborn by the name of Bookworm.
That.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
WYRM?
WYRM.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, he had no choice but to become a great raider.
I'm sure that's an assumed name.
If you were to ask around, you would find out that Bookworm is an assumed name. Nobody actually knows his real name. And then there are 8 great readers. There is Alai Avonmore, a human master sage, worshiper of Agma, primary expertise in divinity. There is Alchrist, another dragonborn of bronze ancestry, primary expertise in politics, military strategy, significant battles of Toro. There is Doral Yashenti, a human poet, primary expertise, music, poetry, and literature. There is Feminor, the one you just met.
Oh.
History, folklore, and cultures of Toro. There is Kazrin Nianti, a human master sage. Primary expertise is the natural world and celestial navigation. There is Silvira Silvakis. She doesn't really spend too much time outside of her tower, but she is a tiefling archmage. Primary expertise, the Great Wheel of the Plains. Primary expertise, Avernus. You've also got... Yeah. You've also got...
It on the nose.
Vizier Og. He is a Gitzerai. His primary expertise is all things unnatural. Aberrations, the undead, the far realms. And then, of course, you have London Flattergast. Human archmage. Primary expertise, magic items, curses, and the weave. Below the great readers, you've got the master readers. Kravis is a master reader. That is his rank in the order. Then you have the Avowed, the Junior Avowed, and the Chanters all along that same tier in the hierarchy.
Do
What
any
are we
of them
again?
focus in heraldry?
You all are honorary Avowed. Heraldry would probably be Alchrist, the Bronze Dragonborn, politics, maybe Feminor with history.
Writing that down.
Okay. So, after conversation with Clotis and Andrea, is there anything else that you'd like to talk to them about? Andrea would be very interested in hearing any of your exploits that you're willing to tell her.
We will tell her all about the Gripply village and
yeah.
the fighting of the anathema.
So you see her taking notes. Sorry. She's not like writing her manifesto as she takes it down, but you can see her taking notes, taking bullet points, headings, and things like that. Very obviously preparing this for later work.
I will introduce her to Toot Toot.
I would very much...
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. No, I'm
no,
sorry.
You're
go
good.
ahead.
You're good.
I was going to say, I would very much like to tell her about the amazing Pickles and his exploits on the open sea.
As soon as you mention Pickles, her eyes practically roll out of her skull.
Oh my god. We incepted the idea of another ship bar that will rival that of the Lantern.
You didn't.
No, we did.
Clotis just lets out this huge belly laugh. Like, oh, gods, I love that cat. He's wonderful.
Same.
He is a treasure.
Andrea looks like she is like actively in the process of getting a migraine.
He's the one who got me here.
Bless that Tabaxi. He has gotten us into and out of quite a few situations, but
really?
You can see her just like she's making like the wringing his neck. and then after a brief moment, you see her just like take a deep breath, puts her hands out, and it's like, I'm fine.
I wonder if Pickles has any hot goss.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering if Pickles has hot goss that we can ask about later.
Right on, Andrea. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
So, while you were in Neverwinter, dealing with things coming from down below,
Indeed.
were you just dealing with what was arriving, or did you make an incursion into the Underdark yourself?
Oh, we had to go down there. Seems somebody dropped. I put in. She very much puts emphasis on the word dropped. A staff of the plains into the pit.
Air quotes drop?
Air quotes dropped.
Okay.
We weren't able to find out who exactly planted it there, but somebody was most certainly trying to make a one-way connection to the abyss, and well, we were able to get down there. We were able to recover the staff and get it back to the surface, but it was a rough one. It was definitely a rough one.
Did you encounter any drow?
The drow were surprisingly absent.
Strange.
Indeed, we would expect them. You would expect them to be there. It was one of the many oddities that we encountered while we were down there. There was no drow. The Duergar seemed to have no interest in the place, almost as if they were intentionally avoiding the rift. Perhaps they knew what
This
might.
is a one-off.
That down.
Was this like a one-off, like, event, or is there someone out there trying to do this in other places?
Well, we have Kendrick keeping an eye. We were able to set him up in a very nice apartment that overlooks the rift. I mean, he probably doesn't think it's too nice, but we're able to set him up in a way that he could keep an eye on it for us, and he's to report to Candlekeep if he sees any other suspicious activity. But as far as we know, to be honest with you, we weren't able to figure out who was responsible.
Well, if you need a extra set of hands, got another group to possibly call out to.
Clovis is just like, oh, you mean we
Yeah, I mean, us. We'd be happy to help, I think.
Andrea says, that is a wonderfully gracious offer, and I'm sure Clovis and I, at least for our part, would be more than delighted to have an assistance from you.
What
Be sure to
about the
reach out if
others?
we need it. We'll have to convince Craster. He's a bit on the rude side sometimes.
We've got one of those too.
Where is
I just like
Uskar?
looked over at Uskar.
5 L's in,
Five
apparently.
All right.
Poor Uskar.
Yeah. Right, Uskar's not having a good time.
It was funny because I was typing that as you guys are like, wait, hey, where's Uskar? I already started typing
Just
that.
massive belch comes from the bar area.
All you hear is, fuck you.
Nope, there he is. Speak of the devil.
I can always find Uskar when I need to.
You have him low-jacked?
Not hard to find a grumpy dwarf.
No, I just do this, and Amy.
And you see Uskar run. He's like, fuck you, Alistair, as he's running.
As Uskar runs out, Andrea watches and goes, she's like, well, that was rude. And Clovis is just laughing his ass off.
You hear Uskar from the door, that fucking kid is creepy.
After a moment, Clovis...
I'm already back to being Alistairax.
Nice.
But he's
if
our
we
rude
do-
boy.
If we do a group project, Uskar and Caster, Remis, yes?
I expect we would see some fireworks.
Boom.
Uskar sneaks back to the bar, hoping no one notices him.
Please tell me there's like a trail of flowers behind him. That's what I need in my life.
Orders
Yes.
another ale.
Amy really wants to braid flowers in Uskar's beard.
No.
So, after maybe about another half hour of this, chatting up with the Fastidious Five, with Clotis and Andrea, Adso, you would be the first one to hear a loud thunk, thunk, thunk,
Okay.
coming up from behind you, and a very large hand drops on your shoulder. Says, "Adso, I
Is it
have
tiny?
great news." And Dennis, that enormous furbolg, the gardener,
Oh. Hey! What's up?
it's wonderful to see you.
Okay, you're not.
That slime you dropped on my head those many, many weeks ago. You must see the results. My gardens are
Okay.
wonderful. They are growing so quickly. You must see. You must see.
Okay. This was my plan all along, was to help. Oh my god.
He kind of gives you like a knowing little like glance. He's like, gives you like the point. Like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just nervously do finger guns.
Says, come, bring your friends. You should all see this.
Yeah, let's all go. Field trip.
Is he growing aberrations or something now?
Let's hope not.
Oh no, it's the land. What was it? The land aberration thing?
What was that slime originally again?
It was an
Fuck.
a magically created ectoplasmic entity.
Okay. It came from
Land
a book.
aboleth.
Land aboleth.
That was it.
A labolith.
Yeah. If
It's
we're
like,
leaving,
you want
Uskar's
some-
gonna be carrying his flagon of ale with him.
Uskar, are you 6 deep now?
Yes, because he's on number 7.
Okay, make a con
Let's just
save.
grab Uskar.
Okay, you're fine.
Uskar's a good.
You're fine.
He's professional.
He's a professional.
Let's just call out to Nathaniel and just be like, "Hey, Nathaniel, we're on a field trip."
Nathaniel is staring at Uskar like, that short son of a gun's defeating me and I don't know how.
He just gives you
Since
that
he's
look
downing
like,
he's downing at least 2 for every one Nathaniel takes.
Oh, he's a dwarf. Of course
Yeah.
he is.
All right. So are you all heading
Raise your
out with Dennis the Furbolg?
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
Clotis and Andrea say how wonderful it was to meet you. Clotis shows you his work in his book, and he was about 2/3 of the way through a masterfully drawn rendition of everybody. Every patron in the bar behind you all is just rendered in perfect detail, and he says that he'll send you a copy as soon as he finishes.
Aw,
That'd be amazing.
thanks.
Uskar grunts.
Uskar, he's got you running back, trying to like stay low behind. That's where you are in the picture. Like a couple flowers trailing behind you.
You see Uskar swat at the flowers every once in a while.
All right.
Look at you being all likable and everything. We were supposed to not like you.
All right. So, as you're all making your way back, I'm sure you all will find a way to contact Rigel and let him know that you're all meeting up at the meeting up.
I was gonna say, I think as they move away from the bar, suddenly Rigel's just like falls in step with them, kind of like, huh?
Oh. Where were
He's been watching from the shadows like this whole time.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not creepy.
We were there for a while.
Rigel, make a stealth check, please.
I did do a few errands beforehand.
Okay. Anybody have a passive higher than 15?
Nope.
14.
No.
Rigel,
No.
Rigel does.
I saw myself.
All right. Okay. So, Rigel, what were you up to during that time as you fall into step behind the rest of the group and start making your way following Dennis the Furbull Gardener.
So I imagine I made a quick. So like I had adopted parents here, which I never really connected with after my initial death. So I don't know what they know. I think they think that I'm probably dead. That I've really connected with them again.
Well, that is up to you. So your death was a long time for you, but remember, only moments for the rest of the world here. You were only away for maybe 5 or 6 hours at the max.
Okay.
At the outstretch of things.
And we didn't come back in between.
Right. So right. So that interaction probably would have been, if you would want it to be, explaining to them what happened to you.
In that case, I'm going to say that they still think I'm just out adventuring.
Oh, okay. You haven't. Okay.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. And you certainly look differently enough that unless somebody was to say like, "Hey, that's Rigel," no one would just recognize you.
Right. So I think I'm just kind of like weirded out. Like Rigel's kind of like weird headspace, and so he just went to check on them, to look in on them. He's not quite sure what to say to them. And then he tried to find a temple or any sort of like clergyman who might be worshiping Kelemvor.
Okay. Yeah, it would be a little bit tricky to find here at the library. It's not exactly a popular deity here, but yeah, there would be a temple. We'll say in the northern quarters of the Great Library area.
Okay. So yeah, he would probably have just like popped in there, like kind of kept to himself mostly, but kind of, I don't know, maybe made a small prayer or something. He doesn't know why he's drawn there yet, but he senses that this god has some reason, for why he's back. And then he would have left and gone and kind of checked out the bar where everybody else was.
Okay.
Just kind of like listening in.
Make a perception check, Rigel.
Okay.
So while you were there, shortly after you arrived, you would have noticed that a man dressed in black robes with a little bit of gold inlay, not fancy or anything like that, very much just the clerical robes of somebody that would be a follower of Kelemvor, the black and the gold. And you would have noticed he started to step up like he was going to sit and speak with you. But he stopped, waited for a few moments, and then walked past you. You can tell that he was thinking about stopping to speak with you and decided that you might be better on your own for now. Okay. Would you have acknowledged him in any way?
I would have taken note, but not engaged him.
Okay.
Was this a human? Could I tell?
With a 19, you would be able to tell that yes, this was a human.
Okay.
A priest of Kelemvor at Candlekeep would be a bit of an enigma.
Indeed. Like, yeah, it wasn't easy for Rigel to find the place. It's not exactly big. It's more or less just like a room. Larger room, but a room in one of the buildings.
Interesting. So how many people are in this?
You would have been the only one there aside from the priest that was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how you were able to hear him walking up from behind you, and why it was pretty obvious to take note that as he passed you, he was going to speak to you, but thought differently of it.
Oh, well, if it's just the two of us, I might talk to him then, actually.
Okay. So, as he was walking past you, he would have walked past slowly, intentionally.
Do I see him kind of make a motion to me like he wants to speak?
Right, he would have paused for a brief moment and you would have seen the cowl of his hood kind of tilt towards you a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, Rigel will just kind of like, just, ask him, please, like, speak if you have something to say.
He turns towards you, says, "Indeed, I did not wish to disturb you. You seemed quite deep in your thoughts, and believe me when I say I know better than most that sometimes what someone needs is the time to process what may have happened. I sense the light and the darkness of Kellamvor within you. New to his path, are you?"
Yes. I have recently departed back. Know what drew me, but I can't get his name out of my head.
Well, if you had passed, and he saw it fit to send you back, then the great judge must have known that it wasn't your time. That whatever circumstances saw you at his door were not meant to be. Great fate perhaps still lies ahead of you.
Will he guide me on my new path?
The cleric closes his eyes for a moment. When he opens them again, he says, "I believe he will when the time is right. Until then, my name is Namir. You may come here whenever you need someone to speak to about Kellamvor. There's not many others here in this place."
I'll just nod, give him a clawed sort of hand, put a hand on a hand there, and just say, I'll return.
He nods, and
When
before he lets go
follow
of
the
your
path.
hand, before he lets go of the handshake, he would say, "Until we meet again, remember this. Death is but a part of life. Fear it not, evade it not, view it not as evil. To fear death delivers you into the hands of those who can bring death down upon you. If it does come to be your time, go with dignity, neither raging nor seeking to embrace it."
I will think on your words, and bless you, priest. We will speak again.
He gives you a nod.
Okay, cool.
So respectful.
Okay. All right, everybody.
Old post-adolescent Rigel. So serious. So serious.
Mhm.
What a bummer. What a
The most
boring
serious.
sad sack.
Don't be mean to the gloomy boy. He'll get better.
He did also inquire about getting a new skateboard. I don't know. I'm guessing his old one got damaged.
Awesome.
But he's still
I
intrigued.
feel like now he rides a razor.
Oh no.
It's definitely like a black skateboard,
Yeah.
like really angry looking
Tarnished
Chuck.
white skull on it.
or something. Yeah, exactly.
Nathaniel's just looking at the design going, do you want me to add razor blades to the edges? Or
Yeah, it's very like God, what Forever 21 or Hot Topic.
Hot Topic. If anyone's looking for a Critical Role merch, by the way, Hot Topic has it. Not that I've been in a Hot Topic recently or anything, but
Oh, outed
Right.
yourself.
all right, everybody. So after Rigel has gone through all of this and then headed over to the hearth, came in to step behind you all as you exited with Dennis, making your way over there. Dennis would be like, "It's so wonderful! It's so wonderful! You all are familiar with the spot that I've made these plantings, yes? I believe you. Well, to hear some of them say it, you destroyed a valuable experiment, but from what I understand it, you put down a dangerous creature, some sort of dragon blood ooze."
Yeah.
Yes, I've planted my new designs just there.
Okay.
Such a
Temple.
wonderful
Oh.
place. The Well of Mist Fortune. Excellent.
This doesn't sound like it's gonna end well.
We're gonna go ahead and take our break.
So,
And when we come back, Dennis will show you his new plants that he has planted at the Well of Mist Fortune.
I hope they are not of the biting kind of plants.
So we are back. And with that, Dennis has led you back to that same well, that courtyard where a few things happened here. Dennis was originally splatted by Adso as the Gingwatsim body, ectoplasmic goop, was flung out the window and landed on this poor Furbolg's head. He was unable to plant them, and he's been telling you all about how great of a success that planting has been for a while now. That's Dennis, by the way. Yeah, right there. I'll give him your nameplate.
He looks like a nice guy. Not like some sort of guy who would grow abominations.
So,
Mm.
and in addition to all of that, you also were just strolling through this lovely courtyard. When a couple of scientists came rushing out in a panic as some sort of sentient ooze, which they called a dragon blood ooze, came spewing out of the fountain and attacked you all. You find yourselves back in that same courtyard, the courtyard that Dennis has been calling the Well of Mist Fortune, Missed. And he brings you over, and Adso, specifically, he is saying, "Look at this! It's wonderful!" And he brings you over to these shrubs.
Oh, I'm gonna keep my distance and just look from afar.
He says, no, you must see. And then he just uproots it
No, thank you.
and
I'm
starts wandering over towards Adso with it.
Here,
says-
I'm gonna view it from the sky using grumps.
Never known anyone to be afraid of a plant, but okay. You see,
Too much has
Just
happened in
toss
this
it out.
courtyard.
I have discovered that with the proper... And he brings it back over, sets it back on the ground. With the proper stimulation, we can get miraculous growth and interaction out of this. And he takes out a wand. He says, "One of the Avowed said that this should do the trick," and he pokes the plant with it. And you see this little shock of electricity go into the plant, and the plant begins like shaking and vibrating. And he says,
Yeah, me no likey.
"A wonderful interaction, yes?
It's an awakened shrub.
Why do you all seem so nervous? It's just electricity and plants." And then he jabs the plant with it again.
Oh
And-
god, don't. Stop, please, Dennis, stop.
What? Nothing could possibly... And he jabs it again.
Can we suggest that he stop, Carl? Or Alistair? Or Alzorix?
Why does he
I
look
don't
so
do
jumpy?
that,
I don't understand. And as
don't
he's
do
saying
that.
that, you all see these little arcs of electricity jumping between the leaves, the vines of this plant, and they leap over to another one that's nearby. And these electrical currents are rushing through it. And he's like, "Oh, well, that certainly hasn't happened
That
before."
doesn't look good.
He's
Okay.
stroking his beard. He's getting his face like right up into it. He's like, "What is happening here?" And
maybe we
Can I
should
pull
wait.
him back?
The
Am I able to pull
electricity-
him back?
jumps over to the next one, and Brayla, go ahead and make an athletics check. Dennis is a big
Alright.
dude.
It's okay. I'm a big girl.
Dennis has advantage
Awesome.
because he's a Frobolg.
Well, he's not contesting, so this is just to yank him away.
Okay.
And so Dennis, he's poking at it, and he's like, ah! As he looks up with like a bit of a static shock. And with that, you can see that he poked his finger on the plant, and just as you yank him away, Brayla, a drop of blood falls onto the plant.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And this thing just begins roiling. He's like, oh, well, that's unusual. And the plant rises up as if it had like 2/3 of its entire body mass just like crushed up inside of it, and rushes up and just like slams down with a huge part of its mass right where Dennis and Braylo were standing. And as that happens, it begins shooting out these little vines, grabbing onto pieces of the cobblestone as it goes. The other two that were next to it, those little arcs of electricity jumping between them, also begin shooting out little pieces of themselves and grabbing on to the ledge, the grass, the cobblestones, and dragging themselves forward. And we are going to roll initiative.
Scar's watching in fascination. He doesn't understand why he's fascinated, but he is.
Do we know what they are?
I suggest not hitting them with electricity.
So Uskar's still having his armor fashioned, so he probably doesn't even have armor on yet, does he?
Doesn't seem like it.
Cool.
We'll say they would have given you a
21
loner
now,
set
buddy.
of something that you can wear, Uskar. So grab something that you can wear and toss it on.
Okay.
What are those things? Are there people in there? What the fuck?
Yes, there's people in there.
Yep.
Wait, people in where?
This is why we can't have nice things, Dennis.
He says, well, isn't that interesting? He said, still
No.
stroking his beard.
I suggest you run.
Hey, Dennis, I hear there's something interesting in the hearth. Why don't you go away?
No.
Dennis, run.
I am a gardener. I run from no plant.
It will eat you.
Yeah. Chain, scale, breast, half are all gonna be scale mail's metal, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like it's gonna be hide.
I
Oh, you
had
could wear studded leather.
I
Same
had that
thing.
special dragon scale mail made
Yeah.
for me though.
It's only temporary.
Probably sitting in a shop at Candlekeep right now.
You're not wearing it anymore?
No, remember I traded it. I sold it back. Bought some
Oh, right,
studded
right.
leather.
Yeah, Uskar, if you want to wear that, that's just scale mail, but it'll do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just made out of dragon scales instead of metal scales to be able
Yeah.
to, so.
Be ashamed to let it go to waste.
Did we ever comment on the fact that Rigel was wearing dragon scales?
Yes, a lot.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Was weird.
It was weird.
Now I'm a
Happened.
real boy.
Oh no.
Yep.
I'm a real dragon now.
Oh god
Good stuff.
All right. Adso, you are up first. I'm sorry. This one has made it to there as it lunged out at Dennis just before
Okay.
Brayla was able to get them both out of there.
So I think
And on that note,
I'm gonna-
Brayla, you would have gotten him 5 feet, so you would have gotten him to the right there.
Okay.
okay.
Sorry,
I'm
Dennis,
gonna
I
try.
tried.
I'm gonna try and avoid Dennis. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw a fireball just out of Dennis' range.
Okay.
Right here. Yeah. Let me get that spell up. Okay, DC 16.
Okay.
Good damage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Plants love fire.
Plants love fire.
Yep.
And of course we get one of these.
Scooch it
Fuck
back
him
so
up,
Dennis
Dennis.
isn't in there. There we go.
DC and damage, please.
DC 16, 30 damage.
Thank you.
I think Dennis just lost his eyebrows.
Yeah, fire.
I love the animation.
Uh-huh. Sorry, you won't get that in Drakenheim.
Oh, I don't mind. You know that. I don't. Theater of the mind is just fine with me.
16 for 30.
We started using Foundry, another game that has all sorts of bells and whistles.
Yeah, Foundry is fancy.
I don't
Oh,
like
man.
Foundry. I don't like it.
One of our older players, though, is just like her headaches. Like she can't stand the all these animated sort of whatnot. It's
In
really
my
funny.
day.
She's like, in my day, we used pencils and our minds.
Imagination.
And
And I'm all about it. I'm like, yeah. Come on, young guys. Let's young folk. What's your brain?
all right, so
Okay.
Adso, your fireball goes off, and Dennis is just like, whoa! And he looks back towards you, and he's like, my plants!
Yeah, sorry. We're gonna have to kill him, Dennis. Like, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I think your plants want to kill you.
Oh, God, not again.
Okay. Did the plants look like they took extra damage from fire?
They did. Oh.
Did it
And
not?
so, in fact, they took less damage.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
So
super
as the flame begins to dissipate, you can see this strange oozing sap coming out of them. And he says, fire resistant. Spectacular.
Okay, good to know.
That's so that wood's green, buddy. Gonna take a little more.
Yep, okay. Duly noted. Dennis, run!
Yes, run! Who do you
Run!
think you're speaking to, my boy?
You're next.
You see him reach off to his side and pull out an enormous set of garden shears.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Here we
Word.
go! And he dives right at the thing. Shouting things like, this just needs a little prune. And swings twice, hits once, and the thing just like recoils back from his very, very large snip that he just took off from these things. And with that, it brings us to their turn. And you see this thing just loom up over Dennis, and he says, oh, aggressive, are we? And it just drops onto him.
Ah.
And it's going to be a 21 and a 21 to hit Dennis, both of which hit him quite thoroughly.
Okay. It's his own fault.
Dennis takes 20 points and is
Damn it, Dennis.
engulfed.
Oh,
Dennis
yay.
seems more offended by anything as this plant just starts smacking him around. Dennis disappears inside of the mound.
Do we see any parts of him? Oh God.
He died
You,
doing what he
you
loved.
hear a lot of cursing and saying, this is not how civilized plants behave and stuff such like that. Uskar. Ooh,
Hey.
20.
Ooh,
What is happening?
What?
This was twice again. It's 25 on both hits.
Well, that's gonna hit.
That is a total of, Uskar, 30 points of damage.
Ooh.
It's all right.
Furthermore, you are engulfed as well.
What kind of damage are they dealing, out of curiosity?
Bludgeoning.
Awesome.
I can still hit him from inside. I'm all
Indeed.
right.
So, Uskar, you are blinded, restrained, unable to breathe, and when it comes back around to this thing's turn, Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
Rayla.
Okay, well, Brayla's gonna hit it really hard.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
kind
fair.
of her thing. She'd like to hit the one that Dennis is in, please.
11 is
I'm not gonna do it.
not gonna do it?
Can I use my
not?
inspirational, please?
Of course.
Ooh, yeah.
So that is a crit. Load any smites into it.
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
I hit that button, right? Hold on. Come on. Oh, sorry.
No, not Wrathful Smite.
No, not Wrathful Smite.
That's the
Divine
smite I've
Smite.
got.
No,
got
you want Divine Smite.
Wrathful Smite's a spell. Divine Smite is a feature.
Yeah, class ability.
I don't know how to do that.
Should be in your features.
I think you just roll the d8s with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Divine
when you
Smite.
hit, go ahead and roll your regular damage first.
Okay, sorry.
Got that up here, so we got the...
7 and
This confused me on my first paladin character as well.
So we've got the one-handed and the
shame.
two-handed both coming through, but it's... Or
I'm
is
sorry.
no worries, I'm just having trouble reading how
Oh,
D&D
You want
Beyond
me
is
to just
outputting.
roll it again?
no. So the bottom, ignore the so it's 7 damage with one-handed plus
Well,
1
it didn't
damage.
do it
Oh,
didn't
the
do
second
crit.
one is the critical hit. Okay, so 7 and 5. So math.
So 12 and
12.
12? Four?
Yep. So 12. 12 is the 12 is the hit, and then go ahead and roll. It's what level are you casting Smite at?
I don't know. What am I allowed to do?
Any
Well,
spell slots you have?
Yep.
and
Any spell
then-
slots you have
second
available.
level. Let's just do second level for
Second level. So I believe that is 3d8. Is that right?
3d8.
Yep, that is
So
correct.
double that
Correct.
to 6.
Thank
So
you,
you get
guys.
to do
I'm sorry.
6d8.
68.
You're cool.
68?
6d8.
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
Because of crit.
You would have had to move
Yes.
one step closer to it, though.
I promise I will.
Paladin's one of my favorite classes. I know it well.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Okay. So that is 12. So 42 points Brayla does in that hit.
Whee!
And you have a second swing.
Yes.
Jesus.
So Brayla, as this swing just like cleaves through it, blasts away, you can see most of Dennis's upper torso, and he says, "Wonderful hit!" just before it re-engulfs him.
I'm going in again. Right.
Oh my god.
Oh,
crit.
Are you gonna use some more smite slots?
Fucking crit machine.
What can I can't smite
You can,
again, though,
you can
right?
smite
Yes, you
again.
can.
You can
Yeah.
smite again.
Oh yeah,
Smite
then,
every
then I'll,
swing.
Oh, you can smite up. Yeah.
You
Then
can
I'll do
smite
it
on
again.
every hit. Yep.
I'm gonna do that then.
Okay,
So
so
click
roll the damage
click-
and then 66 again.
Okay.
click the word Warhammer 1 plus 1.
I just went ahead and did. Is that okay?
Yeah, but it didn't give you your crit damage.
Yeah, so hit it again.
Okay.
And then you just minus the modifier,
Okay.
so that's a 1.
So 16 and then 6d6.
No, you're gonna lose the modifier on that second one, so it's 12.
Okay.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you helping me out.
You're fine. So if you're doing another second level, it'd be 66.
Oh my
for-
god, another
Oh.
30.
What
Hers
in
is-
the fuck?
It's
Different
rolling
rolls,
weird.
Yeah, but it's different rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's different rolls. It just came out 30 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
872328.
Holy
583455 was the other one.
I promise I'm not fucking around.
Oh no,
You're like
It's-
Super Mario against Donkey Kong right now. Just like hammering face.
Okay, anything else from
Wow.
Brayla?
I believe let's see. No, I think I'm okay for now. So if I move, I'm going to get opportunity attacks, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just going to hang out. There's no point.
Okay.
Did it help Dennis at all?
It hurt the thing a lot.
Okay.
It seemed to hurt Dennis.
That's what I was worried about.
You
Not
said a
hurt
great
Dennis.
hit after your first hit, so I'm guessing not.
Okay.
Okay, Nathaniel.
Well, the same to do it. I'm going to move up here. I can reach these two. And come on. Time to take a couple of swings at this thing.
Nice.
Does a 22 hit?
22 certainly hits.
So 9 points of damage since I'm doing it one-handed on the strike, and I'm aiming for the one that has Dennis engulfed.
Okay. Total damage?
For a second shot. Does
18 is also a hit.
Okay, so I got 10 the first time, and come on, show the damage. Oh, why aren't you doing it? Fine, I'll just try from over here then. Looks like 15 total damage for the handed slash.
Okay.
6 slashing and 9 poison, if that makes a difference. And then I'm going to have my Still Defender approach up here. And he's going to do his 4-power grind on that.
Is that two-handed strikes you're doing?
One-handed.
One-handed,
so I
okay.
stop my shield up.
Okay, got it. So 11 and, geez, the second strike was big. So 11 off the first strike, and then 24 off the second strike.
No, it'd
15.
be a 15.
No poison damage?
It's giving a total. 6 plus 9 is 15
Yeah.
down at the
Oh,
bottom.
got it,
15 is the
Yeah.
total.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
doing it's in case it's like immune or resistant to poison or slashing. But then
Okay.
it has the total if it's not, so okay. I'm assuming the 14 probably does not hit.
Does not.
Okay. They tried, so okay. That's where we are, and that should allow the spellcasting folks to get to work in a little bit.
Okay. Uskar.
Well, Booskar's gonna attempt to slash from inside.
You can do it, buddy.
Yeah, but he's got disadvantage, which sucks.
We believe.
Oh, not grappled. My bad. Restrained. The other one.
I should have cast Bless on you.
It's alright.
You did 80 points of damage in a single round. That was better than casting Bless.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing 8 misses.
8 does in fact miss, Uskar.
How about an 11?
11 is also unfortunately not good enough.
All you hear is him cursing.
Right?
And you
Oh.
missed.
Cypher, I'm
when
sorry.
you're-
This is the second fight in a row you've just been, like, basically pulled from.
Can
We'll
you
get
miss
you out of
when
there.
you're inside of it?
You can.
You're.
Yes.
It would basically be like he couldn't get his axe up to a good angle to make a strike, something along those lines.
Oh no! Don't worry. I hear a lot of guys have that problem.
Oh,
Oh.
Wow,
Boom.
shots fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Oh.
Or
Anything else from
not
Uskar?
fired.
Oh, god damn
Nope.
it. Rigel.
Psychic damage.
Pretty funny. Fuck. This is the problem I'm always going faced with. I kind of want to cast a spell, but it's my first turn in combat.
Use
I
that
should
third
leverage
attack. You should use
Yep.
your third attack.
I know.
Yep.
Use violence.
Use violence. I cast violence.
Violence.
It's
Guys
the
are
greatest magic of all.
sick.
Violence.
Yeah, you rolled horrible on your initiative to have gotten 11 as a Gloomstalker.
Oh, I know. This is my fate. Okay, so I'm assuming I've got my new longbow.
Yep.
In hand. I'm gonna beat on that one that has Oscar wrapped up.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a shot. First attack for Gloomstalkers, it's like 15.
Certainly a hit. Okay.
Okay, so now I am going to get into all of my goddamn features. I'm gonna favor foe, that sucker.
Okay.
Boom, boom. Noted. So this is another rolling a 1d4 for that.
And that's on every hit, right?
Just the first time.
Just the first, yeah. Now we've got Dread Ambusher. So two attacks. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm already forgetting things. Your second shot.
Okay. 14 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay. Fuck. Sucks. I do take a third because of an ambusher. Let's try that again.
Oof, unfortunate. 13 does not hit.
I'm gonna use my session ends.
Okay, 22 will do it. Another 11.
Okay.
Add the dread ambusher damage.
Which is
I believe 1d8.
1d8. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay. First time. I'm not forgetting. I don't think I'm forgetting.
No, unless you're gonna do a bonus. No, your bonus action was your favorite foe, so no, you're good.
I had my 2 attacks, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up actually. 5 feet.
Okay. So, as this is happening, you all just hear from inside, "Oh, God," and a few vines snap, and Dennis pokes his head out. You can see like veins popping out on his. He's like, "Is everyone okay? I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt." How are the other ones?
Looking good.
Other plants?
Yeah, the ones back there.
Mhm.
And he says, "Oh," and it just recollapses on him, and he falls back into it.
Ah, shit.
There's
Are
more.
there more of them?
Adso and Rigel.
Oh,
God
no.
damn it. God damn it.
Hi.
As you guys are listening to that, exchanging glances worriedly between each other for a moment, you look to either side, and the planters on either side of you, vines have been slowly creeping towards you this whole time. And now that you have their attention, now that you have noticed them, They rush towards you, the vines coming from these big masses. One of them kind of plops a big old chunk of itself out of the planter and shoots out a vine
My
towards
19 passive perception didn't help me
Adso.
here. Oh, God.
And Adso. That is a critical hit.
No, it isn't. Boop.
Okay.
Oh, share, baby.
Wait, no, I'm not using share actually. I'm using the silvery barbs instead.
Silvery barbs. Okay.
Yeah.
Second result on that. A 20?
That still hits.
Okay.
But it ain't a
At least
crit.
it's not a crit. Oh,
Yes.
And so somehow the single hit damage was more than the crit damage.
What?
Oh, no.
We'll switch it back to the crit damage because that just seems unfair. It's 14 bludgeoning, Etso.
Okay.
You are grappled as these vines wrap around you and begin to squeeze in on you.
This is terrible.
Who gets the advantage?
Who does indeed?
Let's see, Al, you're next. You take it.
Rigel, it's a 14 to hit you.
That's a miss.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, Alistair.
Rigel, help Adso.
Okay.
Argoth is gonna fly down here to give me advantage on my second shot. And actually, he's gonna be on this one because my first shot is going at the one with Dennis. So Eldritch Blast at him, and that is a miss. Darn it. And my second shot is at the one with Uskar. I assume an 18 hits.
18 does hit.
So that'd be 16 points of damage, and that guy is flung 15 feet straight away from me.
Which one?
The one with Uskar.
Do I go with since I'm in
You
fucking
do in
side
fact
of
go
it?
with.
Darn it, I was really hoping you wouldn't. And I am going to take my chances. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. Oh, there's one there too. I didn't see that one. Correction. So I was here. Ugh. That thing hit Adso all the way to there.
That's what, like 20 feet?
Where? 35 feet.
Wait, which one hit me? Was it the one?
This one.
Oh yeah, which one hit him?
Yeah.
This
That
one hit him.
one.
So
Okay.
that's only 20 feet.
That's only 20 feet. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm moving to there.
14 to hit.
Okay. 14 hits.
Alazorax, you would have been grappled and restrained right here. 9 bludgeoning.
So 4 points of damage. I am resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Wait, why is he restrained? Did it?
It got him. It used an opportunity attack as soon as it got out of its 20-foot range.
Could you do me a favor? Could you turn off the automatic concentration saves for my tokens?
I can't do it for 1 token at a time, but I can turn it off right now.
Because I have advantage. I have advantage on my concentration saves.
I can turn on advantage for you.
Okay. And in Baldur's Gate, Valafon's concentration saves if he's in Blade Song are special.
Advantage menu. Alistair.
Yeah, so that's it for me. I'm grappled and restrained.
Grappled and restrained.
Okay.
Okay. Alizorax, you should have advantage now toggled on.
Okay.
So it'll automatically roll your saves with advantage. Yep, sweet. Okay.
What am I even concentrating on?
Were you concentrating on?
You accidentally.
That spell you were showing off.
Yeah.
Oh, that spell I was showing off earlier. Yeah, I'm not even concentrating on
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Assassin Vine. Yikes.
Okay, gotta check something. Adso. At the
Okay,
start of your turn, you feel several thorns pierce into you, and this strange fluid begins to come out of those thorns.
Yay.
Adso, you take 20 points of poison damage.
I'm gonna. Oh, it's my turn again, so
It
I
is
can
your
actually
turn.
use my reaction. So I'm gonna use my reaction to absorb elements.
Okay.
Covalence
There you go.
works with poison?
Yeah.
It is elemental. Okay, still very not looking great, but hey, I'm just gonna shout really out that I am outie and Misty step here and then walk over here.
Okay.
But that leaves me only using cantrips, so ring a ding ding. The one with Dennison needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Ring a ding ding.
Holy shit, how did it got a 19 somehow?
Well, okay.
It's very smart.
That is
Alright.
turn. Oh yeah, I forgot to roll initiative for Grunts, but can I just move him on the same turn as me?
Absolutely.
Okay. Grunts is just gonna fly far away using the disengage action.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do with Argoth, so.
Okay, now it's turn over.
Okay. With that, you all hear Dennis shouting from inside of this thing. And
Please don't eat Dennis.
I don't know. This is like his problem.
We're not gonna leave him. Rigel.
I'm not gonna leave him, but if the plant eats him, the plant eats him.
Yeah, I mean, like, death isn't so bad, guys. You know, sometimes you just gotta let go. You gotta let go, bro.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city.
Guys are like so fucking hung up on like being alive. It's so lame.
okay.
Jesus Christ.
Brayla may or may not punch you in the nose later.
Oh, this is good. Should this be this is my new
So you hear Dennis shout just this roar from inside of this mound, and he just lets out this roar, and the first thing you see is those shears just swing upwards, and a huge portion of this thing just falls away. And then he just like lets out another shout and brings it down, and he attacks twice and deals 32 points of slashing to this thing.
Wow.
Oh,
Job, Dennis.
oh,
And he steps out of it.
Oh.
He says,
wow.
You see him like breathing heavily, veins bulging out all over him. He's just like crouched low, and he turns around and he says, Sometimes must take extreme measures, and he leaps at the other one.
Okay.
And that is his turn.
Firbolg. I
Brings
like
us
this guy.
to the mounds.
Well, he's the one that got us in the situation in the first place. Just to remind her.
I still like him.
Okay, we got 2 slams, one for Nathaniel, one for Dennis. Nathaniel, it's a 19 to hit.
It misses.
Awesome. Dennis takes a hit. 10 bludgeoning damage, halved down to 5. He shrugs it off like it's nothing. Uskar, inside of one of these mounds. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Rayla, you're up.
I'm gonna go help Uskar.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit it with a hammer.
As one does. That is a hit.
Yay. Smite also, please.
Okay, smite it. Second level, first level?
Second level, please.
3d8.
Do you have 3 second level spell slots?
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Meh.
Okay. So 26 damage. Definitely not shabby.
I'm gonna hit,
Hit it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it again, trying to
When
get
you say
Uskar out.
meh, it's 20.
Right?
What? What was that? I'm
you,
sorry.
you just said meh to 27 damage, to 26 damage. It was funny.
I'm like, damn, that's good.
Well, I mean, her first turn, she did a total of 80 something.
That is unfortunately a miss, Rayla.
I whiffed. Sorry, Uskar. I'm done.
Uskar, aren't these your new friends? They're sure not giving you a very good time, these plants.
He was fascinated by him. Now he's just pissed off.
Great.
Nathaniel,
Turn it into
Communicate
your
with them, Oscar.
Oh, Nathaniel
Friend
is
them.
going to... Nathaniel is looking at this one in front of him. A couple swings at it.
$21 hits.
So first amount of damage coming in because it's one-handed,
19.
Oh.
Nice.
and we'll take a second shot at him. Does 14 hit or not?
Does not.
Well, I tried on that. What I'll do after that though is to step up just a little bit, and he's going to try his little. Gonna take a swing at it.
24 is good.
I think a 24 will hit. 4 force damage.
So what is the damage total? 4 from the Steel Defender. What about from Nathaniel?
From Nathaniel, 19.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
That's it for the time being.
Okay. Uskar.
I'm gonna attempt to whack from inside, I guess.
19's good.
That one hits.
Boy.
8 or 9. Do it again.
Ooh, nice.
20. We're gonna use that sesh for that.
What?
And
Oh,
just
because you're
because I
disadvantaged.
can't.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then we're gonna use a trip attack inside to do extra damage. Boom.
Okay, so 11, 21.
Nice.
Right? I mean, being engulfed inside of a shambling mound is better than being stunned, right?
Yeah. So there's that. And that will be his turn.
Rigel.
Okay. Fuck. So remind me, the creature I marked. Does anyone remember one I marked as icon?
It was the dead one.
Yep.
Was
It's
it
the dead one.
or was it the one with Uskar?
Shit.
No, he
No,
was going
he
after
was
the
the one-
dead one.
No,
Yeah.
he was shooting the one with
Uh-huh.
Uskar. He was shooting the one with Uskar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are we sure on this?
I am positive.
That's good enough for me.
Gotta say,
I
thought
believe
so,
you.
But I might be wrong.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna start shooting that one. This whole nuke scar.
15's good.
And then we're gonna do that favored foe. 4
Nice.
for a whole whopping.
What?
Well, shit. I'm just gonna do that again.
Okay.
$27
Good
hits.
hit. Okay.
Okay. All right. I think that's. Wait. Fuck. I want to get the hell out of here. It's scary. Can I move down here?
You certainly can. It is a 24 to hit you with this one's opportunity attack.
That one has an opportunity attack?
Actually, wait, it already used it
Nope,
against
yeah.
Alzorax. Nope,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you were just out of this one's range.
oh my god. Alright, cool. Alright. I'm staying put.
Okay.
What are
Right.
the vines gonna do now?
First thing this one's going to do is constrict Alzorax a little bit more. It's a 16 Alzorax
That hits.
for 10 bludgeoning.
5 bludgeoning damage.
This thing comes flopping out of the planter and slowly begins crawling its way towards you all. And then... Ah, no. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no,
It
sorry.
can't
I
do what it wants
spoke
to
too
do.
soon.
It can hurt me.
Vines begin to push up through the cobblestones. Right. Of course, they can only get one of you. So it is going to be right there. So, vines and roots begin to push up through the cobblestones, reaching up and wrapping around, trying to reach up and grab onto your feet there, Rigel. The ground is difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I meant to have you run to me. Darn it.
Okay, you do succeed. Okay. Difficult terrain.
Okay.
Alzorax, much as what happened with Adso, you feel thorns beginning to protrude from those vines that have a hold of you.
Are you getting kind of saving throw against that?
Unfortunately not. Target is restrained and it takes the damage at the start of each of its turns.
How much?
15. 15 poison.
Okay.
Your turn.
Would I have to use my action to try to break free to move?
Where the hell is Al's?
Yes.
I can't even see his icon.
You're right
Alzorax?
above you.
Right here.
Oh, that's you.
Your disguise is working
you're
too well.
grabbed. I know.
Who are you?
Oh wait, I thought you were grappled. So I was looking up here.
Not
I got
engulf.
grappled as I tried to move out of the range, and it shot out a vine at me.
Oh, it's got a vine.
Yep. So I'm trying to determine whether or not I can reach Rigel or not before I cast my spell, or if I just need to cast my spell. What does it take to attempt to break free?
Athletics check.
And does that what I'm trying? Does that use my
Yes.
Strength.
action or not?
That would use your action.
Okay, then I'm not going to even do it. I am casting a spell.
Okay. Oh, okay, bye.
Sweet.
Where are you going? Over with that, so. They both just noped right on out of there.
I'm up on the roof over here.
Nice.
Who goes next? Atso goes next.
All my attack spells are fire.
Yeah, go after the vine.
Oh yeah, vines.
Oh, I can't reach it to give you
I can use
advantage.
fire.
Might
He's gonna
pay
come down
to-
here and give the next person to attack this one down at the bottom advantage.
Okay.
That's it for me.
And so,
Okay, is this thing on Rigel a concentration effect?
no.
No.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's like vines and shit.
It's actually just a little bit
Fine.
smaller than that, too.
Would a fireball hit these two? It's kind of hard to tell.
Template.
That's so if you
It
have
doesn't
to
look like
wait,
it's going
draw.
to.
Let's
Okay.
draw 'em. Let's draw them all together.
Yeah, there's no way.
Okay, so I'm just gonna focus fire on one with Scorching Ray, the one that attacked closest to me.
Okay.
Okay, first things first, Grumps is gonna give advantage.
Okay.
With help action.
It's certainly a hit.
Okay. Aw. 4 fire.
Okay. Right.
Don't you get
How-
2 more rays with Scorching
Yeah.
Ray?
But how's the damage doing on the vines?
And so I have some bad news for you. These are also
my
resistant
God.
to fire.
Why is everything resistant?
Dennis
to
did a
fire?
little too good of a job in modifying these plants.
Okay, I'm not gonna use spells again. Those spells again.
Might as well do the. Yeah.
Hey, but a crit on the second one.
Yeah. So what is that? What? 13?
13,
to
halved down to
6.
6.
Okay.
Mm.
And 7.
He did 11 points of damage to it.
Yeah, but like, no fire spells today. See,
They sure not inside something.
they're sure not what.
Inside something.
Oh yeah, inside something. Oh well, I could have helped with that instead. But yeah, right now,
We're doing fine.
right here.
Okay.
And yeah, turn.
Dennis, practically foaming at the mouth, is going to roar, holding his garden shears out to either side, and just starts swinging wildly at the mound in front of him. It is a 15 and a 17 to hit. Does 14 on the first attack and only 9 on the second, so for 23 points.
Yes.
Oh no.
No, you don't like Dennis?
Oh no, I just realized I messed something up.
Okay, that does
Nope,
bring us
keep
back
going,
to
I'm
the
sorry.
balance. And that is going to be 1 attack for the Steel Defender. with a 20 to hit.
That'll hit him.
And then 1 for
Yep.
Nathaniel. Ooh, Nathaniel, it does crit you.
No, it does not.
I figured that was coming. Okay. The first attack against the Steel Defender does 15 bludgeoning, by the way.
Okay, let me get that right quick.
The second slam attack from the Silvery Barbs is only a 13 to hit.
That misses.
Right. Uskar, at the beginning of the mound's turns, I need a con save from you. Uskar, you do take 18 points of, it looks like, bludgeoning damage, yep.
Okay.
Then Slam attacks Brayla twice.
The audacity.
Ooh, Jesus. Handing out crits like they're candy.
Oh my god, I can't help that.
Brayla,
Oh,
that
yeah,
is a crit, a 27 to hit. That damage total is 23 points of bludgeoning on that hit.
Alright, for some reason I can't do anything to my token. Oh, there it is. 23.
Second attack's only a
Brayla.
10 to hit.
30,
By the
yeah.
way, you have advantage on your next attack.
Yay!
And on
And
that
when
note,
you-
Brayla, it's your turn.
Actually, she already had advantage on her next attack against that one. Give it to somebody else.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
From the
Oh,
First
that. Your second
not?
attack?
Stack
but-
like that.
Do
No,
they
they do
don't
no.
that way?
It just says
okay,
the next attack.
Yeah. Right.
Nathaniel, take it.
Okay. I'll take it.
Alright, Brayla's gonna hit
Yeah.
things. Please, let me do this. I don't think it matters.
20 hits.
Oh, yay. Smiting also, please.
Okay.
Just a level 2.
Wait, level 2 or level 1?
Level 1, sorry.
You got it. So 2d8.
I meant 2 dice. Sorry.
You're good. So 11 and then 2d8.
Please.
Ooh, 23 points.
Nice work.
Brayla, as your hammer crashes down into this thing, you see it begin to convulse, that little bit of electrical charge rolling over it and then dissipating as it shrivels up into a little pile of dead sticks and twigs on the ground, and Uskar comes flopping out of it.
Who turns out
Yay.
popping and kicking?
Uskar comes kicking out of it.
Twigs and
Can I safely assume that there are leaves and twigs in his beard?
Uskar?
Go ahead, say it. Say it.
What?
Uskar?
Yeah.
Are there, yeah, okay.
They're-
Yeah. You okay, buddy?
So you do have a druidy beard now.
That's all I needed. Is there anything else in my immediate vicinity?
That's the closest thing to you right there.
Okay. I can't. Can I get over there? Let's see.
There are definitely leaves in his beard. He's swatting at them, really annoyed. Sorry, I stepped away for a second.
you can get
It's
flanking on
okay.
it.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. I'm gonna get over here so I can help out Nathaniel.
Okay.
Does she get a second attack since she only
Yeah,
used
you get
one of
another
those
three
Oh,
attacks?
sweet. I'm gonna hit it.
24 hits.
Smite my other first level, please.
Okay. 2d8.
Garbage.
Unfortunate.
Damage is damage.
Damage is in fact damage. Okay. Anything else for Brayla?
Nope.
Nathaniel.
Okay, first swing, which you got advantage on. And apparently the dice gods crapped on me tonight with that roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's do a second swing. Oh my.
Oh,
This will be
nice.
And that's a crit.
Yep.
I knew it was
Ah.
gonna happen.
So
What just happened?
A lot.
Yeah.
29 damage.
Yeah.
Yep. May have only hit with one, but it was a nice.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Now we'll try with the Force Empowered Rend from the Stone Defender, see if his uppercut does anything.
23 is a good hit. 9. Okay.
Force damage.
Oh, he's in the red, guys. He's in the red.
All right, Nathaniel. Anything else?
That's all I got for the time being.
Okay. Brings us to Uskar.
Come on, buddy.
Trying to make sure I can get in range of him.
If you get up beside Brayla, you should have flanking.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's as far as he can go.
Boomer.
Oh,
Boomer here.
Right,
Alright,
his little
Max.
legs.
darn dwarf.
He's within range.
Yeah, but no advantage.
Yeah, it's all right. He's gonna poke for 2.
He makes
First
his
one.
own advantage. Oh.
Ooh,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
For 13,
Okay.
and then one more again. And
Nice.
he is going to a trip attack on this one. Not that he probably can actually trip it, but he just wants the extra damage.
All right. Uskar, how do you destroy this thing?
With rage and vigor.
And an axe.
With an axe. Like, he's just chopping the shit out of this thing. You hear him just cussing and stupid plant this.
all plant creatures should be vulnerable to axe damage.
Right, I agree. But Uskar, Dennis is right next to you, just cursing and stabbing and slashing right alongside you.
Being very not druid-like right now.
All right. Rigel.
All right, so I'm stuck in this like.
It's a difficult terrain. You can get out of it. It'll just take you double the movement in each square you move through it.
Yeah.
What if I just fly above it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my gem flight to just ascend above.
That's
Are your
right,
arms
so-
outstretched and your head tilted slightly up?
Yes. I'm just like a black angel rising above this like viney. And yeah, I imagine it's a little weird for everybody. I am going to fly just ever so gently over to my fellows. And then I am going to point and bless them. And I am going to bless Nathaniel. And I'm going to bless Rian. And I'm going to bless Uskar. And I'm going to fly a little bit. That's my turn.
Okay. So that brings us to the vines. The first one slowly just begins pulling itself towards you all with its massive amount of movement that it has available to it. The next one is going to also move just a little bit closer. And then a vine comes shooting out right towards Nathaniel. Ooh, it's only a 12 to hit though, Nathaniel.
Doesn't hit.
All right. And that is their turn. Alizorax.
Grumps was lucky.
Indeed he was.
Okay. I think flying is a great idea. And I will go 30 feet straight up with my bonus action.
Okay.
I high five you.
And then it's Eldritch Blast time. I'm not gonna get any help from Argoth, so these would be straight. So we're gonna start with the one that's closest to me, over by Grumps. 23 to hit for 13 damage.
Okay, which one?
The one by Grumps.
Got it.
Move it 15 feet straight away from me. And hit it again. 13.
13 hits.
So another 11 points of damage and 10 feet straight away from me.
Right.
Love that sassy.
That's
Sassy
it for me.
attitude.
Okay, Adso.
Huh. Uskar, you still have second wind, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna summon an Pogarago at 4th level, right next to the one that's here.
Oh, what?
That Pogarago, my undead spirit.
Oh, okay.
The Frogo.
right. Sorry. Companions. What's his name?
Pogarago.
Go.
Pogorogo. Pogorogo.
There's a double G in there somewhere.
EOGG.
Yeah, Pogoroggo.
Okay.
What? Tell us about this.
All I heard was
Please.
Binya Pollywog.
Well, yeah, it's an undead spirit that I killed from time in the little brood pools, remember?
Yep.
And he liked being around me so much that he stuck around. And that's Pogarago.
Pogorogo.
Yep. Okay. He's gonna make 2 attacks against the vine. Oof. 13 probably wouldn't hit.
13 hits.
13 hits?
13
I'm gonna
hits.
use my special inspiration on that. Okay. So 2 attacks. Okay, 12 necrotic.
Okay.
And
Nice.
14 necrotic.
Okay.
Okay, and that is turn. Can. No. Don't want to risk. Oh, yeah, wisdom saving throw. 2 of them. But can these guys be feared?
Let's find out.
I feel like they're mindless.
They can be feared.
Oh, okay. So DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Does get an 18.
Okay, it makes it again. For the second attack.
Second wisdom save result is only a 9.
Okay, it is frightened.
Nice.
Nice.
Right, that's such a great.
Anything else?
Nope.
Depending upon whether or not it's on you or not.
Dennis
Yeah.
roars, holding his garden shears up over his head, and just charges recklessly at this thing. Oh, that's Uskar. My bad.
It sounds
So
right
similar.
though. It seems right.
Ooh, he crits it the first time.
Is he actually making reckless attacks?
He is, in fact, making reckless attacks. In fact, one could even say that he is in a state of rage.
Brayla
Our
likes
boy.
him more now.
Okay, but he does crit on that first attack, dealing, oh my god, dealing 32 points of slashing on that first attack.
Oh.
15 on the second attack for 12 more slashing.
Whew.
Rayla.
Yes. I am going to come help Dennis fuck up a vine. And I'm going to hit it. Please do not roll off the couch.
12 is not going to do it, unfortunately.
That's okay. I'll hit it
Are you
again.
blessed? Are you blessed?
Am I blessed?
Yeah,
Rigel,
aren't you blessed?
I think she was one of them, right, Rigel?
Yeah, he's blessed.
Roll that d4.
Pretty sure she was.
13 hits.
Oh, yay.
Oh, boom! What's up?
I'm going to use my first level smite. It could be spite. Who knows?
What's your normal damage?
That.
9 and then 2d8.
Yes.
Those of
Oh,
y'all using,
boo.
those of y'all using D&D Beyond and Beyond 20, if you click on Beyond 20, there's actually a setting in there automatic that you can click on for turning bless on and off.
21's a
You
hit.
wanna hit? Yes.
How many first level slots you got left?
1. I'm
Okay.
going to use it.
All right. Okay. Another 2d8. Okay.
God, you've rolled so many critical fails.
Yeah, I know.
It's like back and forth. It's a bunch of critical successes, then critical fails, all over the place.
When you have whenever you do a multiple dice roll, if any one of them is a single one, it colors it red.
And then if you have a, like say she had a 6 and a 1 in there, then you would have, it would be blue. It's weird.
Yep.
Okay, Brayla,
Yeah,
anything
that's
else?
it. Nope, that's it. Just
Nathaniel.
tell Nathaniel to get his ass over here and help.
Kill the other one. Uskar's got that one.
So let me do some measuring right quick. So this car's going to be charging up at the one closest to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What Nathaniel's going to do is he is going to take a step or two back here.
Okay.
And he is going to.
Nathaniel.
This is opportunity attack.
Yes, and it is a critical hit.
It is not a critical.
Ah! Stop it! Second result only a 10. Boo!
Boop.
You sneaky little devil.
Nathaniel, take advantage.
Okay. I sheath the Serpent's Fang sword and pick up my drop my shield and pick up my crossbow.
Okay. Do you turn on your light even though it's broad daylight?
Nah, nice, it's not.
What? You're not going to be extra?
All right, go for it.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez, what is happening?
Damn. Yeah, buddy.
Did that not roll the crit damage?
It did not.
No,
Did
it
not.
did not. So I got to roll another d10. Hold on 1 second.
If you're using D&D Beyond, you can set Beyond 20 to automatically roll your damage, and if you roll a crit, it's on either of the
Well,
die.
I've done that before. So that's what's weird. But okay, there's the crit damage. And we're gonna send another shot that one. Oh, I don't think that will. Does a 17 hit that one?
It does.
He's blessed.
And that does take it down.
More damage to that one.
Boom.
Oh, I was aiming for the one up here with
Oh,
the
my bad.
near it.
So I need to give it that damage back. So 12 and 8,
Yeah.
so 20.
Now we know what we're aiming for.
That's less than
And
that. Oh, okay.
God bless you.
and I will have my Steel Defender run up here and attempt to do a powered ring on this thing.
That's a hit.
22 hit. 7 force damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, Uskar.
You got this.
Hey, wait. We know who's blessed, right? We know who's blessed.
Brayla.
Nathaniel, Brayla, Uskar.
Okay, go.
Is there a bless token marker?
Well, I don't. I
I
don't
think
know.
so. You see.
You can always just put
There
a
should
blue
be.
dot.
Right. Okay, no.
17.
17 hits.
Boom for 9.
Okay,
And
condition
then we're
plus
gonna
does not exist.
We are going to attack again
That is
for
hit.
30.
Oh shoot!
Nice.
Yeah, he wants to make sure this thing goes down, so he's gonna trip attack it. I'm glad I did. For 1 extra damage, so 12.
Down it goes.
All you hear is him cursing. I'm gonna second wind, so that's 1d10 plus 6. $14.
Nice.
About half health now. Uskar's turn.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Rigel.
Damn. All right. Is this the only one left?
It is
Yep.
indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoot it.
All right. I will indeed shoot it. I don't have any sort of tactics or anything. But I shall shoot.
19's a hit.
Got him on the rope. Got him on the ropes, Rigel.
Ooh.
Oh, right, Rigel, that does take it down.
Yeah.
Yay.
Right
No.
through the
Right.
right through the fucking eye socket. I'm guessing.
And with that, Dennis is standing there, breathing heavily. Kind of straightens up and says, takes a deep breath, does the thing where he kind of like fans a little bit of air towards himself, like, okay. Oh,
Uskar just looks at him and says, "You're an idiot."
I am so dreadfully sorry about all of that. So dreadfully sorry. It was rather spectacular, though, no?
Yeah, I love getting eaten by
Yeah.
plants. It's
You're
great.
fine, you're fine. Picks off like a little piece of the plant off of you, Scar.
Uh,
How's everybody looking health-wise?
I'm
About half.
dying.
I'm dying.
Get better.
What's funny is we're
Um,
both yellow, and I guarantee you probably have half of what I have.
Probably.
I'm dying.
I can cast the spell Cure Wounds if that would help someone out.
Not worried about it.
Rigel takes this skateboard that's like brand new to him, and he runs a rail and just like crashes hard, and like it's so like weirdly like he doesn't understand why he's like so happy.
Aw.
Alizorax is just gonna declare, blow me to fucking Bermuda, and will disappear into his bottle and get grabbed by Argoth and